The banana peel slip is the oldest joke in the world. It is also, and I want to be clear that this is true, a peer-reviewed measurement. Somebody put a shoe on a banana peel, put the whole thing in a machine, and got a number out. The study is from 2014. Kiyoshi Mabuchi and colleagues at Kitasato University in Japan. They won an Ig Nobel Prize for it, which is the award for research that makes you laugh and then makes you think. This one does both in that order. That number, 0.07, is a coefficient of friction. It is the ratio between how hard you push down on something and how hard it resists sliding. Low number, slippery; high number, grippy. That is genuinely the whole idea. Here is what makes 0.07 shocking. A shoe on ordinary flooring, with nothing in between, sits at about 0.4. So the peel is not slightly slippery, it removes roughly 5/6 of your grip instantly without warning. And there is a threshold. To walk normally, you need somewhere around 0.2. Below that, your foot cannot push backwards hard enough to move you forwards, and your body keeps going while your leg does not. The peel puts you well under that line. So what is actually going on? Turn the peel over. The outside is waxy and fairly ordinary. The inside, that soft, slightly stringy white surface you never look at, is where the whole trick lives. Under a microscope, that inner surface is covered in tiny sacs. Mabuchi's team called them polysaccharide follicles. Think of them as microscopic blisters, packed in their millions, each one full of a thick, sugary gel. Now stand on it. The load crushes the follicles, they burst, and the gel inside floods out across the whole contact area. In about 1/100th of a second, the peel has manufactured a lubricant, out of itself, exactly where it is needed. That gel forms a film, a thin, wet, slippery layer that holds the shoe and the floor apart so they never properly touch. The two surfaces are no longer rubbing on each other. They are both rubbing on sugar water. And here is the part that made the researchers care. This is the same trick your knees use. Your joints are lubricated by a gel of long sugar chains, doing exactly this. And that lab studies artificial joints for a living. Except your joints are far better at it. Healthy cartilage runs at a coefficient of about 0.005. That is roughly 14 times more slippery than the banana peel, and it is the best bearing surface anyone has ever measured. There's a second thing happening, and it is the sneaky one. The peel is a sacrificial layer. It does not just sit between the shoe and the floor, it tears apart internally, so the sliding happens inside the peel rather than between anything solid. It helps that the peel is soft. Both your shoe and the floor look smooth but are covered in microscopic hills. Normally, those hills catch on each other. The peel squashes down and fills them all in, so there is nothing left to catch. Put it on a scale, and the banana peel lands in genuinely absurd company. Ice sits near 0.1. Teflon, the slipperiest solid we make on purpose, is about 0.04. The peel is right in between them. They tested other fruit too, because of course they did. Apple peel and tangerine peel are both slippery. Neither of them comes close. The banana wins, and it wins by a margin that is hard to explain away. Friction has a genuinely strange law attached to it, found 300 years ago. How much grip you get does not depend on how big the contact patch is. A wide shoe and a narrow shoe grip the same. Almost nobody believes this the first time. The joke is old because the hazard was real. In the 1880s, bananas got cheap in American cities, and people ate them in the street and dropped the peels there. Discarded peels rotted, went slick, and put people in hospital. Then vaudeville got hold of it, and the reason it survived a century of comedy is not really the physics. A slip is a status collapse. Someone confident, upright, and in control abruptly is not, and nobody is hurt. That is the whole engine of it. Mabuchi's point was never the joke, though. If a piece of fruit can generate a lubricant on demand, out of its own structure, exactly when load is applied, that is a design worth stealing for an artificial hip. One honest caveat, that number came from a specific test, a particular shoe sole, on linoleum, with a fresh peel, under a set load. Change any of those, and the number moves. Friction is a property of a situation, not of a substance. So the answer has three parts. Millions of gel sacs burst under your weight, the gel forms a film that keeps the surfaces apart, and the peel shreds internally so the sliding never has to happen anywhere solid. Which means the stupidest joke in the world is a self-lubricating composite bearing that grows on a tree. Nobody designed it to do that. It is just what happens when you build a soft wrapper out of sugar and water. Watch your step.